Ay, I've been thinking way out of my element. They was speaking the smoke, I'm inhaling it. But we know you a bitch and you terrible. She was eating my dick like an edible. I throw game to my niggas to bet them. They done gave me the cars and I'm setting them. Brody gave me the perks and I'm selling them. The boys gave you some time.
What's up, guys? Today I'm doing my top 50 NBA players list. And I had them on my phone, so I just had to print them off real quick. But we'll get right into it after the intro. What's up, guys? It's KFK Fantasy Football. This isn't a football video at all. It's basketball, but I'm going to be doing my top 50 NBA players list. Starting off at number 50, we got Caris LeVert. He's not as good as any of the other guys I've listed on this list, but this year he's been excellent. He's shooting decent. The games that Kyrie and KD have missed due to rest, he has come in and been that third. He went from being like a fourth option to now being the first option whenever they are resting. And then number 49, we have Julius Randle. Julius Randle has been elite this year. He will take the ball up the court, and if there's no one open, he will drive. And if he's being double teamed, he will dish the pass right off. So therefore, he's averaging more assists. His rebounds are up. All of his stats are up, looking like 18, 19 Julius Randle. So he's at number 49 on my list. We're going to be going till 29 on this list. So number 48 is John Wall. We haven't seen much of John Wall, but I don't know if he'll be 100% back. He looked pretty good in the preseason, but he's been out with COVID, out a little bit with injuries. So we'll see how good he is after all that ends. He's not better than any other guys I've listed either. So number 47, we got Jrue Holiday. He was very good last year. Not last year, the year before, when AD was holding out. And then the year before that, he was way better because Jrue Holiday was the number one option on the team. So, sorry, the door just opened. I don't know why. So, he was the number one option when they had it, but ever since then, he was not very good last year as being the shooting guard for the Pelicans last year, but he's better this year. He's dropping dimes, he's throwing it to Giannis, throwing lobs to Giannis and all that. So he's number 47. Number 46, we have Tobias Harris. This may be a little bit low for him, but I just feel like we saw him in Los Angeles when he had the ball to himself. He was the number one option on that team. Ever since coming to Philly, he's been the number 3 option behind Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, who are all also on this list. So he has been averaging consistent numbers, averages some rebounds, but he's nothing spectacular. So therefore, I'm going to have to put him at 46. Now, 45, most people are going to get mad at me for this probably, because I have John Collins at 43. Oh, I missed 44. Who cares? It's 49 players, I guess, but I'm not going to say it. I'll just say top 50. So, John Collins is 43, and D'Angelo Russell is 40. Here, I'll just put... Who's a player that I could put at, let's say, 50? I'll put LaMarcus Aldridge at 50. So LaMarcus Aldridge is going to be at 50 now because last year he averaged a solid 18.9 points a game last year. But I don't think he's going to do that great this year. He's been heavily bad. He's just like Mark Ingram last year. Pretty good this year. Next year, he's fallen off. So, number 44 then is D'Angelo Russell. If we take a look, D'Angelo Russell. Wait, if I could find him. I'm looking at his stats right now. I can't find him. Right here. He got 23 points a game last year, which is pretty good. He had 6 assists, 4 rebounds, shot 42% from the field. That's pretty good compared to most other players that are switching teams twice in 1 year. He was looking to be a bust in Brooklyn, in LA at the start of his career, but ever since then he has been a consistent 20-point per game scorer. Okay, and then number 43 we have John Collins. So John Collins is a weird one because last year he averaged 21 and 10. So he can get the rebounds, he can do all that. He's one of the people in that 2017 draft class. He's a great kick out for Trae Young to get in the paint. I don't know how good he's going to be this year with the addition of Bogdanovic and who else? Danilo Gallinari? Yeah, Danilo Gallinari and Onyeka Okongwu. So, but they've all been hurt this year. So it looks like they're in contention for the draft lottery again. So he shot 40% from the field, 40% from 3 last year, which, let's see how many field 3-pointers he attempted a game. It doesn't show, but it shows how many he attempted all season. He attempted 147 and made 59 of them. So that's pretty good numbers for a big man. He's still going to shoot the rock a little bit better, but he is number 43 on my list. Number 42, we have Andre Drummond. Drummond is spectacular in the paint. He's a paint beast, literally. He consistently averages 15 points. He's like the 3rd player ever to average 6, 20, and 20. He, not average, but get like 70 games with 20-20. He's like one of like 5 people that have ever done it. Can't remember the other 5, but he averages a consistent like 18 and 15, which is very good. He is a stat machine. His 3-point percentage, he can't shoot the rock. He can barely shoot from anywhere besides the paint. So therefore, Andre Drummond is at 42 for me. And then next player. This may surprise a lot of people that I did not have him, that I had him this low. But the player that I'm talking about is DeMar DeRozan. He's on that Spurs team who has, they're good, but I feel like DeJounte Murray is better in a sense of defensively and how good he can. If DeJounte Murray wasn't in here, this is what I'm trying to say, is that if DeMar DeRozan does not have we've seen him play with Kyle Lowry when he's good then, but ever since he's been the number 1 option, he has not been fantastic. He averaged 27 1 year, 25, 23, and then last year he averaged 21.2 points per game, which is not the best. But he did get his 5 boards and 5 assists. Shot 25% from 3. 25. I don't know if he's the power forward for them, and they'll just have LaMarcus run center, but they're not the best. So therefore he is down at 41. Number 40, we got Kemba Walker. We have yet to see him play this year, but last year as a Celtic, he was not as good as he was on the Hornets. He looks like he needs the ball often. He can still have a little bit of that playmaking ability, but Marcus Smart has been a playmaker. Jaylen Brown gets kind of involved, not really. And Jason Tatum has been very good this year, so I don't know how that will affect them, but he got 20 last year, and then when he was in Charlotte, he had 25, and he got 6 assists there, and then 4 here. He got 4 rebounds there, and then 4 here too. I say here, but I should say the Celtics. And then he had 38. His efficiency went up a little bit, 3-point wise, but it went down by 1% field goal percentage. So I think he's worse than all the other people above this list. So next we have CJ McCollum. The thing with CJ McCollum is that, if I could find him. Okay, so the thing with CJ McCollum is that he is a star. He can shoot the rock. If he's wide open, it's basically a guaranteed make, because he gets a consistent 30, 40%, 40-ish% from the 3-point line, and then 45 from the field, and he gets a consistent 22. He's the most improved player before. He's starting to pass the ball more, which I have noticed. He is starting to he's getting less turnovers per game this year. He's absolutely tremendous this year. So I think that just because of that, he is 39 on my list. Then at 38, we have Zach LaVine. Most people would say that Zach LaVine is not the best, but just last year he had 25. He keeps on going up to every single year. Minnesota, he averaged 19. Chicago's first year, 17. 2 years ago, 23.7. Last year, 25. And all of his stats are going up. He was better by 1% from the 3-point line, worse by 1% from the field goal line. So I don't know how that will affect his playmaking and all of that. But ever since Kobe White came onto that team, he's taken over most of the playmaking in Tomas Satoransky. So I don't know. And then that's why he's probably 38 on my list. Then 37. I'm going to stop it at 37 because this video is already probably going to be over 10 minutes long. So 37 is Nikola Vucevic. Vucevic he's in a weird situation. They drafted Mo Bamba a couple years ago. They don't really play him that much. They play Vucevic ever since they've drafted Mo Bamba. Before they drafted Mo Bamba, he averaged like 14 points a game. And then once they drafted Mo Bamba, he is averaging 20 and 12 and 20 and 10, 20 and 11. And he's shooting 35% from the field. He's shooting 35% from 3, shooting 51 from the field, and 78% from from the line, I should say. His rebounds have gone up, his assists have gone up, turnovers have gone down last year, blocks per game have gone down last year, but I think if you asked me 2 years ago, I would say he's probably a top 4 center. So that's going to be the end of part 1. I'll probably post 4 parts of this video, but that's going to be the end of part 1. Okay.
I'm in my rocket ship in a whole nother. Basically everyone asking, do I got a classic? I'm dropping another one this year. Niggas do well under pressure, but I bring her pressure. I'm about to go double.